last week we ended off where a lot of the participants that were here were struggling in terms of finding their files and where to save their files and all of that kind of stuff. So what I've done is I've actually loaded a file onto all of these computers, all right? And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and find that file, okay? So most of you know that I've put it on the desktop, but let's say we don't know it's there, okay? So what we're going to do is the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up our File Explorer. So it is the yellow little folder at the bottom of your computer. Can you guys see the screen if I sit here? Okay. So it's this little folder over here, okay? And we're going to open it up. I'm just going to go because I'm in the wrong place. Okay. So you should all be on this PC. You see over here it says this PC, the top. You're all there? Okay. Alright, now what did I call this thing? Alright. Now I know for a fact that I'm doing Word. Okay. So I probably saved it something with the word Word, right? So what you're all going to do is you're going to go and type in Word into your little search bar. See over here? And my computer says it's working on it. Okay. Okay, but have a look at my computer. It's found every single possible file that contains the word Word. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm like, holy cow. Alright? This now confuses me to no end, right? So I'm going to go, okay, I probably called it a project. So let me put both of those words into my search bar. And that will narrow down my search.
With project.
Project. I did spell it right. I am remedial, guys. That's why I love computers. ADHD, remedial, whatever you want to call me. Okay, so it's working on it, it's searching it. Has it found it for you guys yet? Oh, nice. You found a work project.
Working on it.
Folder.
After Word project, you press on that.
Yes. My computer's still looking first.
So that's mine. That was my question, yeah. Searching. Okay.
No, this is not interesting. You don't have to ask to go to the toilet either.
No, I like it.
Okay, you found it yet? No. No. Okay, so with yours, you have to enter afterwards. So it's not automatically going to. So here's your word project. Okay. Right. Okay, so you open that folder. On the mouse. Open the folder for me.
So just open that.
Yep. And now I'm just going to take that to you guys. Okay. So all of yours actually look like this at the moment, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what we've got is we've got pictures and we've got Word documents in our folder. Alright? So what you see on the screen here is called icons. Alright? If you have an icon and it's an icon of a picture, it will show you the different pictures. Okay? If you have a W like this, it means it's a Word document. Alright. Now, there's a little button over here, okay, and if you click that, it will list your directories.
Which button is that? There two there.
Yeah, so the one looks like a picture,
Yeah.
so have a look here. The one looks like a picture, and the other one looks like a list. Okay,
So you want, so which one do you want?
I want the list. Okay. So now what's nice about having a list as opposed to your icons, okay, is I can automatically see what type of file it is. So it's a Microsoft Word document, it's a PNG, okay. Now pictures come in certain formats. So you can have a thing like a JPEG. Alright, you guys have heard of a JPEG before? Okay, so a JPEG is generally a picture of a picture. So in other words, it's got an automatic background and everything else. Okay? A PNG, alright, is actually a transparent picture. So it doesn't have a background to it. Alright. But there's also lots and lots of others. In your Corel Draw, you'll have different types of files that you can export it as, etc., depending on what you want to use. I particularly like PNGs because it doesn't have that white block around a picture. Okay. All right. So what I did was I went onto Object, okay, and I chose these pictures, and thank goodness they're PNGs. All right. But I was also looking for a Word icon. All right. So what I did was I went into Google Images. All right. Typed I want a Word icon, and you can either type transparent background or PNG. Okay. Then it's going to bring you up the pictures without backgrounds that you can use.
No, I just never knew that.
Okay.
Always go for JPEG and then
A JPEG is actually quite a low quality product or low quality picture. Okay. Helen, if I'm wrong, let me know. Okay. So what I did here is I went onto the Object website, all right, and I copied and pasted from the website into a Word document so that we could play with it today. Okay.
I mean, you did some work.
A little bit of plagiarism, yes. Okay. But I thought it would be pertinent to what is Object about, why we should become mentees, etc., etc., etc. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is that there are two Word documents on this directory. The first one is join as a business, and the second one is Word project. Yes?
And then it says word project at the bottom.
Correct. Okay, so we've actually got 3 documents. Okay, so let's leave the word project out because that's just a list of what we're going to cover today. And what I would like you to do is I would like you to double click on the object documents. Okay, so your Word document should look like this, yes? Let me know you're all in the same place.
Not there yet. Actually, double checked on the board check document.
Right, Portuguese journey is a demonstration.
Fantastic. Got it, Ernest?
Demonstration.
There's well. Okay.
Okay. You've got this on your screen. I hate New Times Roman font. It's my worst font in the world. Okay. So when I open a document like this, I want to change the whole font of the document. So I taught you guys a shortcut key last week to select your whole document, which was Control A. Okay, so let's go. Control A. Okay, so if we scroll down, you'll see that your entire document is actually now highlighted, yes? Okay, then we're going to go to our ribbon tab at the top. And you'll see that there's the first little block that you see, I'm showing you on the screen at the top here, is your clipboard. So in other words, where you can cut, copy and paste, all right? The next one is your different fonts, okay? So I particularly like Calibri, all right? So there's a little arrow next to where it says New Times Roman. See this little arrow over here? Okay, your ribbon's not showing.
My ribbon's showing just a little more. Yes.
Okay, all right. So now I know that the font that I want is Calibri, yes? Okay. Just close your navigation. Okay. Close navigation. Okay. Control A. Control button doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, that's why there's two, just in case one doesn't work. Okay, you have to control A first. Okay, so first do your control A.
Yes,
Control, and keyboard.
The lady did help me.
There we go. Okay, now we're going to go and do that. Okay, so now what we're saying is all the text that we've highlighted, we want to change it to another font. Okay, so what we can do is we can arrow down through the fonts to choose a font that we want. Okay, or I know I smart Calibri stickant. Okay, so I can actually just type that. CAL, and it starts bringing up Calibri. And you'll see my font's changed as well of my document. Okay, you all with me on that? Okay, fantastic. So then we're just going to push the enter button. Right. Now I want everything in the same size to start off with. Okay, I might want it in a different size later, but right now I want everything in the same size. So next to your Calibri little thing, there's another drop down arrow with numbers. Okay, and I'm going to go and make this.
Me and Mr. Ernest were far behind.
Okay.
Did you search for Attendees?
Okay. Take your caps off.
Yes. Yeah. Can you be yes? Let me get rid of those. See,
Okay. There we go, and it's changed. There we go. Okay, you held your C button down a little bit too much, just once. See? Okay. See, it's brought up Calibri for you. Push enter. There we go. Okay. Now you'll see that the little block next to it doesn't have a number in it. It doesn't have anything in it at the moment. So that tells me that this document has got different sizes in it. Okay. So that's why there's not one number that's selected. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop it down and we're going to go and make everything 12. Now size, I can see everything. Yeah? Okay. Alright. So remember I spoke to you about the zoom button at the bottom. Okay. So sometimes things come with very, very small writing. Remember you've got your zoom button here that you can slide from left to right. So I just want you guys to slide that from left to right and see what happens on your screen. So if I'm sliding it out and sliding it back in. Okay. So that's how I get to zoom. You with me, Ernest? Tim Baker. So I'll say Tim Baker. You with me?
Yes,
Okay, great. You can make yours much bigger than you can see your font. You can get everything bigger with the zoom button, Ernest. The right kind of zoom button. Okay, so let's have a look at this document. Alright, I think that we need to make a heading in this document, yes? Okay, so the easiest way is to take your mouse and put your cursor in front of the Alt, and then it will unhighlight all your documents, yes? Or unhighlight the rest of your documents. Yeah? Okay, and I'm going to push the document down a little bit because I want a heading. So just enter.
What size did you choose?
I chose 12. Is it cool?
yeah, just what you
Okay, now I can either take my mouse, okay, and I can scroll to the top of the page. You see my cursor is now over there, okay. Or what I could have done is with the arrow keys. Your arrow keys are actually super important on your computer. A lot of people just ignore them, but I can arrow up. All right. Okay, so what are we going to call this? Alt? Alt fun. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now, so we've given it a heading, yes? You typed in Alt fun. Where's your cursor? Where's your cursor? Where's your cursor? Show it. No, where's your cursor? You were telling me there was a cursor. What is a cursor? That thing. That blinking thing. Okay. So we want to go above your cursor. Okay. And we're going to put the Alt fun. Promise it gets more interesting. This is for beginners. Alright. Okay, now I want that to be really big on my page. Yes, but just that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight just those words. Okay? All with me?
Those two words.
Just those two words, I'm going to highlight them. Are we sorted?
You dragged it.
Yeah, dragged over it, that's highlighted it for me, okay. Now, not sure what size I want. I could go and choose numbers and stuff like that. But there's this really two little cool buttons over here with a big A and a little A with an arrow. And if I go and choose the A with the arrow up, it's going to automatically make my font bigger. Okay? So this little A button over here is a big A and a little A with a little arrow over here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's automatically, I can click it until I got the size that I want. Yes? Okay. Alright, okay, but now that's a little bit too big for me, so I'm going to take it down a little bit. Okay. Ah, whatever looks good for you. Okay. Okay. Right, now what I want to do is I want to make it bold. Okay. So there's a B. Under the word Calibri, there's a B. So I'm going to make it bold. Okay. I'm also going to italic it and underline it. Okay. But now I've decided I don't want it in capital letters. What are you guys going to do? You're going to retype it. Okay. We're going to go to, next to the little red A, there's an A with a red line underneath it. There's a button that says change case. So now I want it in uppercase, the first two words. So, oh no, this one.
This one.
Yeah. Next one.
Sentence case.
Sentence case.
Sure.
Tracey.
Yes.
Thanks, good job.
That's what normally you this one, right?
So we're just going to make it sentence case. Okay, you all with me? Okay. So sometimes I've typed something in capitals, or somebody else has typed something in capitals, and I've got to edit it. And then I just take it and I go, you know what? I'm just going to push this button.
5 seconds.
Hey, how cool is that? You got this? Great. And you found it. So make it no sentence case. So go over here. Yeah, keep going. Sentence case. No, you don't need that. Yes, you should. Sorry, yes, you should.
Yours is bigger than mine.
You know, you boys. Next one.
What it is,
Sentence case. See, how cool is that? Okay, I don't have to go and retype it into Word. I don't have to put it into capitals or anything like that. Susan, you're with us. I'm not checking on you.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, now my favorite color is pink. Okay, so we're going to change it. Now there's a little A with a little red. Hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry,
That's okay.
but I was told I still have to come. So even if it's late and I didn't bring my laptop.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go and change it to a pink.
What color?
Yeah, I don't like any of those pinks. Do you?
I don't see pink.
No, it's like purple.
Purple
Lilac.
colors. Yeah, those are. Blech. So let's go more colors.
Maybe you can choose it.
They are now beautiful pink. I love that pink.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go and choose a beautiful bright pink. Yeah, let's go more over. Make it a little more bright, a little more bright. There we go, okay. Okay,
That one.
cool. Happy campers, learning something. Okay, nice.
I
See,
think
just open.
I moved to
Oh,
also.
side, opposite
That's
side.
okay.
Yeah, I think
So close it.
Okay, yeah, close that for a second.
Close
Okay. Now you see this little A over here with the black line underneath. Click on the little arrow next to it.
Gentleman was telling me that, yes.
Okay, yeah, click on there. Click on it again, so you've got that menu. You go to more colors. Yeah, because I want a really bright pink. A little bit here. That's great. Fantastic.
Not really my colour.
I know, but it's mine.
They're not coloured.
Listen to me. Okay, so now we have inserted a heading, we've made it italic, we made it bold, we've played around with the fonts. Now I want this in the center. Okay, so if you look at the next block on your ribbon, it says paragraphs. Okay, and there's these 4 little buttons over here, which is left align, center, right align, and adjust, justify. Okay, so I'm going to push the center one because I want my ought fun to be in the middle. Okay,
are you improving?
Yes.
is it loaded on there? Oh, no, it's not. Can I have the USB? Thank you, honey. Okay. So let's just have a look here. Now, we've got this first paragraph over here. This is what Hillian asked me about just now. So let me teach you guys what's really cool. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this entire paragraph. So in other words, I'm going to click my mouse and drag it over the paragraph. Okay. And then I'm going to go where we were doing the alignments. There's a little button with an arrow up and down. You see that? Okay. So if I click on that, I can then change. You see how my paragraph, the spacing in my paragraph is going up and down. Yeah? So I can make bigger spaces or I can make smaller spaces. So say now, for example, at the end of a paragraph, I want to have a much bigger space than in between the small paragraphs. I can go and change that. And very often, you can add space before a paragraph, and you can add space after a paragraph, which then helps you with that. Okay, all with me on that? Okay.
What space are we doing?
Pick a space. Let's do 1.5. 1.15. Okay. All right. Now, I would like to highlight this entire paragraph. Okay? So my colleague needs to see this paragraph, and I'm going to highlight it for them. So there's a little bucket, and it's called shading. Yeah? Okay? Underneath the left alignment. Okay? What color shall we highlight this in?
Please don't say pink.
Great.
Please don't say pink.
Red's not a great color for highlighting. I schmuck yellow for highlighting. Okay, so we're just going to go and choose an existing yellow color. Now we've highlighted that particular paragraph. Yeah? You still trying to find? The bucket is just under the left justification.
Sorry.
Left justification. Education.
There's your bucket.
This one?
Yes.
Ah,
Family.
focus on the.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on Windows 11, that's why.
Thanks.
So every time they update the stuff, they move these things around, and then you don't know where to look for them, but you'll generally find them. But once again, guys, if there's anything that you are stuck with, okay,
Tracey.
yeah, call me, I'll give you a lesson for free. No, not for free. What am I talking about? Okay, you see up at the top here, once again, there's another search little engine. Can you see that? Okay, so now I know that I was in this training and Tracey said that I could do things in bold. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to go and search it. Okay, so I've searched bold and it's now brought up. Bold.
Yeah, then tell me what you want to do.
Tell me what you want to do.
There was just talking about.
Just type in bold or right justification or left justification. So that's what's beautiful about Word is you don't necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Okay, tell me what you want to do. Click on tell me what you want to do. Click on it. There we go. Type in bold or whatever it is that you want to do. So if you ever get stuck on Word and you've got an inkling of what you're wanting to do, you can type it into there and it'll show you. There's the button. Now, I don't have to even go out of there in order to go and push the bold button. I could actually just push it there. Okay. And it's, so where the B is,
There is big.
did you search bold?
Yeah, I went there.
Okay, so where's it? Type in bold.
Yeah,
Okay, just click that button. Can you
Ah,
see the word that you were on bolded? Here, my word training, bolded.
there.
Okay. So once again, as I said to you last week, computers think we're stupid. They give us lots and lots of different options on how to get the same results. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to go through styles, but one thing that I do want to show you is editing. Okay. And editing, so one of my professions is that I'm a celebrant, a marriage celebrant. Okay. So I have to fill out a marriage register or a marriage certificate.
So marriage celibate.
Celebrant, not
Celebrant.
celebrant. A marriage officer, okay.
Justice of the peace.
Something like that, yes. Okay. So every single time I fill out a certificate, I've got to change the date. Okay? And usually on one piece of paper, the date appears 15 times. All right. So what you do is there's this replace button. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm going to choose a word in here. Which one?
This was good for me. This is brilliant because you can go through an entire document and use.
And it changes everything, yeah.
Yes,
So
brilliant.
let's, okay, so I want to find the word change. No. I'm going to use the word growth. Okay? So I want to find the word growth in this document, wherever it is. Okay? And I want to rather use empowerment. And I can't spell it. Okay. So, sorry, I can't remember your name.
Moshe.
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 Okay, sorry.
Moshe
Alright.
if it makes it easier.
Okay, cool. So what you can do is you can go one by one, alright? Or you can go replace all.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I'm going to change the word growth to empowerment throughout this entire document. And I go replace all, and it says to me it's done 2 replacements. It found the word twice.
We may have replaced one replacement.
You've only got 1. How come I've got 2? Because I'm special.
I also got 2.
Okay.
Maybe we're 11.
Pardon?
Maybe we're 11.
Yeah, no, we're just special. Okay.
So we made 2 replacements.
Yeah. Perfect.
Well, I was sitting there and checked the others.
Yeah. Okay, but that's an example of doing just the replacement word. So, say now for example, in your book there's a specific word that you no longer want to use from when you started, you can go and replace them all. Or alternatively,
It doesn't highlight though the replacements, and it doesn't actually show you.
okay, so let's do this again. I'm going to edit and go to find. Alright. Now it brings up a little navigation on the side over here.
Okay.
Okay, and I enter, it's not going to find the word growth,
Right.
but let's find the word empowerment. Okay, and it says to me it's got 3 results for empowerment. Okay, so I can now go and click on 1, 2, 3. Exactly where it is in my document. Make sense?
Try it again.
Look to me.
Okay, so editing,
Everything else.
find.
I'm not sure.
Just go, you can close there as well. Okay, go to find.
Now we're looking at.
Okay, click on find. Okay, now
Ah.
it brings up things. Now type in the word empowerment. Got it? And it's going to show you exactly where it is in your document. So you can go to each one and change it if you wish. Make sense? Ernest, you with me, my darling? Not with me.
Yeah, I've been typing empowerment. Now how do I search for it?
Okay, but
Search
we
now.
don't want to find and replace now. Okay?
Okay.
So let's cancel that. Where is your ribbon? I'm going to go and lock it for you.
In my head.
Okay.
There's 2 there.
So we're going to go and find over here. It brings up a little box over there, and you get this little navigation box over here.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to delete that out, and you're going to type the word empowerment.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have to go back.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You want to carry on?
No, let me.
Okay. So we're going to go home, and we're going to go. Did you change the word growth to empowerment? Okay. So replace. Type in growth, replace it with empowerment, and replace all. Good.
I'm just looking around for other things. as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay. See, we don't know what we don't know. Isn't that amazing?
So how did we get in now?
Okay, in your home tab, go to find. Okay. So now, all right, I'm going to move away from the home tab for now because the other stuff's pretty intermediate and advanced. Okay. But now what I want to do is I want to go to insert. Now, once again, I said to you, think logically when you're working on a computer. What do you want to do? Okay. Do you want to write? Because if you want to write, you need to be in the edit tab. Yes? Or if you want to change things in the edit tab. If you want to insert, you go to the insert tab. Now we want to insert a picture. So I've got Helene's title here. So next to her title, we're actually going to go and put in a picture of her. Okay. So we're going to click right in front of Helene, over there, with me. I'm just going to close my navigation here. Okay, you can click out of your navigation if you want your screen to be bigger. You all on the same page as me? Ernest? I love the looks on your face. Are you with me?
With you, but then I want to this design.
We're going to insert. We want to go.
Okay.
Why do you keep losing your. Who keeps doing that for you?
I'm being helped from both sides, yeah. No, I
Okay, who
appreciate
keeps
that.
moving that thing up?
Maybe me.
Can we go there? Okay, I'm going to go and
It's
pin
people
it.
are very kind and most kind.
Okay, I'm going to pin it. See, this shows all the time.
Where do you put it?
You see, if I close that, it collapses it. And now you're missing all the design functions over here on the ribbon. Okay, now if I go back and I pin it, it's going to stay there forever.
Where do you put it?
There was a little pin over here. Okay,
Okay.
so have a look. Now I'm going to go onto any one of my tabs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, it's going to bring up my tag here. Okay, and you see there's a little pin over here.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to
Click
pin
on
it,
that.
and then that will stay there. Okay, so don't close that because that takes your ribbon away. Okay, alright, so at this moment in time we want to insert.
Thank you.
Okay,
Right.
and we want to be right in front of Helene over there.
Thank you.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and insert a picture. Alright. So what I would like to do is I would like to go to pictures. Okay. We've got the button of pictures. And there's a little arrow underneath that. And you drop that down and it says to you, where would you like to find a picture?
From the file,
From this device.
from this device.
Yes. Okay. So Tracey's already put it on my desktop, remember? Are you with me?
Oh, it's still on the home page? No, they're fixed.
No, we're on insert.
Okay, yeah.
Pictures. Okay. Do the little arrow under pictures. Click on that. That's fine. Okay. For those of you on this one, I want you to go to your desktop. Find your desktop on the left-hand side. Okay, so theoretically, a computer will look like this already. Okay. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and find desktop over here. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Alright, so here's my desktop. I'm going to click on desktop. Alright. And I want to go to that little file called Word Project. Okay, does all your screens look like this? Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and click on Helene. I keep calling her Helen. Why?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Alright, and then insert. Okay.
Judy Big.
She's huge, man. Check how huge she is on this picture. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to make her a little bit smaller. Yeah? So you see these little circles around this picture. Okay? So if you have a look at the top, there's a little arrow, okay, which tells me that I can move my picture this way. Yes? Okay, but we don't want to do that. Now these little handles over here, okay, are really important, especially on the sides and on the corners, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab one of these handles, and then you'll see my arrow turns into an arrow, two-sided, and then I'm just going to drag it down. Still too big for me. Okay, that looks much better. Okay. Susan? All done? Perfect, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. I want to do it together, great. Great. There we go. Making them smaller. That's fantastic. Come in. You want to come in? Yeah. But you're not holding it?
I'm trying to drag it.
Yeah, but when you get your two arrows like that. There we go. Drag a little bit more, drag a little bit more, drag a little bit more. Okay. Now I just want to show you what happens if I use the other handles. Okay, so when I say I talk about the top handle, the bottom handle, the left handle, and the left handle and the right handle.
Carry on. What's another thingamajig that it's
I'm
on?
getting to that right now. Okay, watch. It's going to squish you. Okay. So when you're dragging a picture to size, always size from the corners in. Then it will keep the proportion of the picture correct. Okay. Now there's this beautiful little moon thing that's stuck here on the side of this picture. Yes? Okay.
Half moon.
It's a half moon. You're absolutely correct.
That's a little.
Okay. I like to call it a rainbow, but hey, okay, let's go with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I put my mouse on it, it tells me what you want to do with it. So it's layout options. Okay. So, I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to go drag my mouse over the various options. Okay. So do I want my writing to be through? Do I want my writing to be behind it? Or do I want it on the top or the bottom? So let's say I go with in front of text. Okay, what it's done is it's put my picture in front of my text.
Tracey, 1821.
Oh my gosh.
Tracey, this is lovely, very romantic, but we got a bit of light.
You want some
I'll
lights?
put on the lights on the side.
Okay,
Is it possible? No.
of course it's possible.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Fantastic, thank you.
Or you can square it. Do you know about this little button?
The squaring, no.
Okay.
I don't know this one.
So I can square it where I put my picture in and then my text automatically fits in around my picture.
where's that?
Where's it?
Okay, so once again I'm in my rainbow or my moon. And I've chosen the first one. It says with text wrapping. So that one is squaring. Alright. Then I want it tight. Okay. not doing anything because my picture's not in the middle of something.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is my picture behind my text, and there is my text in front of my picture. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to drag this to somewhere else. Okay, let me just make it. Okay, so as I drag the picture, the writing around it moves. Okay, now it looks really messy, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do,
Mine doesn't let me drag to the text. In other words, if I want to put it around it, it doesn't let me do that.
so you square. Square? You chosen square?
Yeah, chose square.
Okay, now move your picture into there somewhere.
It won't let me do that. You see, it's just going up and down. I'm trying to move it. Now I decided to go. Just do that.
There we go.
Okay. Just either the right or the left.
Alright, so it should have been here. To move.
You're picking it.
I have to fetch my son from Norwood, so I'm going to pick him up, and if he allows me to come back.
Only waiting for you around you.
Maybe not you right now, that's for sure.
There's obviously a setting somewhere along the line that I can support you with.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Okay. Alright.
and you know what? It says on the left your object anchor. I don't know if that's.
There you go.
I don't know. It's anchored to the text here, but so I don't know how
So
to anchor it.
unanchor it, just.
I'll have to right click or something because it's not doing anything. Right click or right window.
How did you insert this?
I just saw it here
The
now
same
when
way?
we moved it back, yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know how that works.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete your picture. I'm just going to insert it.
It's anchored in this something. Can you see it?
It's taking to your settings.
Yeah, yeah.
You can just
Okay.
play around with these.
It says lock anchor on the settings,
Yeah.
but it's already locked and it's not even known how to maybe actually click it to unlock it.
Possibly, yeah. Let's go into. Alright. Play around with it, and if you need some support, just give me a shout.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So now I want this, the writing on the sides to be nice and neat and tidy, ne? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight all of that to wherever we want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and justify it, which makes it nice and neat. It does make those extra spaces and stuff like that, but it makes your paragraph nice and straight.
So it works justify?
So if you go into paragraphs, on your
Yeah.
tab.
How did you get to that this thing again? It was through the half moon and then?
Okay, so through the half moon, I went to square.
Those were. Square.
Moshi,
Yeah.
the one that you need to highlight is move objects with text. So have a look on my screen. I don't
Yeah.
think yours is highlighted there.
Okay. I think just do that one. I've got you already highlighted movement there. So you say it's supposed to lock enter.
Tracey. It was square and then?
Okay, so then it's square and you drag your picture into the middle of your writing.
Still won't let me do it.
You actually drag the picture.
Yeah. Yes, you drag it. You can see the writing goes all the way around it. Okay. Alright guys, we've run out of time again.
Yeah, we have.
You want to justify just that one? The
Yes.
last one?
Yeah.
How do you get that?
Okay, so if you have a look, alright, at your paragraph toolbar over here, I'm showing you on the screen, you've got your left justification, okay, so I need to highlight something. You've got your left justification or alignment, right, you've got center, and you've got right alignment, okay? The last one is justify. Okay, and justify makes it exactly the same size on either side.
But the space between the words are very big.
I know, I don't particularly like this at all. I must be honest, I don't use it. I'd rather use indents and that kind of thing. Or else I would actually rather center it. Let me just see what center looks like.
Center looks better.
Yeah, so center might look better. Okay.
Just to center it.
Yeah. See, the center looks much better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One fun thing I'm just going to teach you quickly. I'm sorry, sweethearts. I know you've got to go. Okay. There's a funny little key over here in paragraphs called hard show. Can you see it over here? Next to your A to Z, it should be. Okay, click it.
Is it like a P back to front?
Correct.
I think another issue, yeah.
Okay, now you'll see it's put all these little things into your typing.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you are editing somebody else's documents, all right, they don't always work the same way you do, all right? But this will show you that at this point they pushed the enter button. At this point they pushed the enter button. This is actually not an enter button, this is a new line button. Okay, all right. So if, for example, I at this point put a new page break. If I go back here, it tells me that there's a page break in this document. And I can go and I can remove it or take it away. So when I'm working on documents, this is on for me always, okay, because I'm always editing somebody else's work. So I can see where so if I get frustrated that I can't figure out why the lines are too big or small, then I just push that back.
So very quickly, if I work a document, say my Samsung notes, and I send it through to the computer, and it comes up like it needs to be edited, I use that to.
Correct. It will tell you exactly what you've done.
So in that case, say for example, the page break, you'll just highlight the page break and go to the top and just remove it or something like that.
Yeah, or you just highlight it and delete it.
Delete. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, after Ralph Master, is that a page break?
Rolf Masterson, that's an enter. So if I enter, okay, so let's go, I'm just going to go here after her and enter. You'll see there's an enter button there. Sorry. Okay. If a new line, okay, so shift enter gives me a new line without changing the format. Okay. All right.
Just one last question.
Yes.
I don't use much, but I'm typing a letter. And it goes on to 2 pages. I only wanted this one, so I'll reduce the spacing to get it all onto 1 page, but then that other page stays there.
Okay. All right. So have we got 2 pages here? Yes, we have. Okay. So let's have a look. There's a thing called rulers. All right. They're probably one of the nicest things to use. So there's one at the top of your page, and there's one down the side of your page. If you don't have rulers, you'll go to View and go and click on Ruler. Has she got a ruler?
Yes.
Okay. So what's nice about this is I can go to this point, if you're watching my screen, and I can actually pull my margins up. Okay? And I can also pull my margins over and make my page a little bit bigger. Okay? And then what I can do is it's now on 1 page because I've made my margins bigger. Okay? And I can also at the bottom make my margins slightly bigger. But remember to keep it within your print area. Okay. So what you can do is you can adjust your page to bigger or smaller, and we can do that also in layout. So if you go into layout on your tab here, your margins, okay, you can actually go and make them smaller and bigger. And that will also, you'll see it will move with your ruler, but actually your ruler is the easiest.
And then you'll save it and it'll come out as 1 page.
Yes.
So just to make 2 columns out of 1, can I highlight and then columnize that
Yes.
one?
So let's highlight this. Okay, I go to columns. It says how many columns do I want? I want 3 columns. There's 3 columns.
Oh yeah, okay, brilliant. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
All right.
And then I suppose for that as well, if I've got a line, let's say for example, I've divided, in my case, I've divided my book into 2 layers. The bottom, I want everything below the line, which is basically my footnotes. I want those in 2 columns, and the top will just be 1 thing. How do I get highlight all the footnotes only?
Footnotes only.
Yeah, footnotes only.
Okay.
Where colors?
Or references, call them references or whatever you
Okay.
want to call them.
You can go to references.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to work with headers and footers at this stage.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to insert a header, let's say a footer. Okay, then I can choose whichever one I want to insert. Right?
Right.
So here it's given me the date. All right. I can have a page number. I can have whatever I like. Okay. Now, what's interesting is that you can link it to. So, say now, for example, the title of your book is "Men Are From Venus" or whatever. Okay.
Okay.
And you've got a different chapter, and you want your chapter in your header. Then you have to do what's called a section break. Okay. All right. So if I say men are from Mars, there we go.
Okay, you know where we're from. It's good.
Yeah,
Good
exactly.
start. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to quickly
Right.
go and write justify that. Okay. And then I'm just going to see their men are from Mars there.
Right.
But
okay.
my second page, I don't want that. All right, so I'm going to go back to my. Sorry, guys, this is a little bit. I'm in my header over here. Okay. References. Where are my layouts? It's amazing how you do things so automatically and then all of a sudden you've got to explain to somebody how to do it.
Yeah, it's to the left.
Because you're still working in your header right now.
Yeah, but I want to put it.
And then
No, I want to. So, okay, so I've got a page break. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay, there's my header and footer. Okay, so now I'm in it. Okay. So what I can do is I can push the different on first page. Okay. Then my first page will be different to the rest of my pages. Okay. Or alternatively I can go link to previous and all of them will be the same. So,
Yeah.
okay. But that is quite advanced.
I hear what you're saying.
But yeah, I'm happy to.
so
Okay, guys, that's all the time I have got time for. Where do you want me to start next week?
Are you going to be continuing with this next week?
Yes, I think we go on to Excel next week.
Oh, excellent.
It's 4 sessions, so it's basic last week, Word. Is it Excel next week or PowerPoint? No, I don't do Excel. Outlook. Outlook and then PowerPoint.
I was hoping to carry on with Word. That's,
we can definitely set up a session
okay.
for anything that you need support with.
All right. Okay, that would be great. Thank you. I mean, yeah, that for me would be great if I could somehow get two columns in my footnotes.
It should be fairly simple.
I mean, I just want to know how to be able to just do that and then keep the top part the same and the footnotes, 2 columns.
Okay. You can get my number from Ords. And you're
Okay.
welcome to give me a call. We can figure it out together.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Now, just saving a document. Remember, guys, save the document in the place that you want it and call it something that you can remember. All right. Saving it on your desktop is taking space from your C drive.